and starting a little bit early for tonight because of the fact that we have some recordings going on in the studio. Currently, it's about 20 till 10 Eastern time, and we try to get this on air at about 9:45, but we want to make certain that everybody's on and watching, because unfortunately, again, with the schedule that we have, coming to you from the News 12 studios in downtown Chattanooga, we are bringing you weather overtime Monday through Friday evenings, try to get you an idea as to what's going on with updated information. Thursday nights are a little different. We have to kind of get things a little bit started a little bit early because of the fact that we do some recordings in the studio, and that is where we, again, have limited amounts of time here for weather overtime. So we got about a little less than 20 minutes to give you an idea as to what is happening. So if you are just joining us for the first time, welcome to Weather Overtime. This is our online video weather blog to keep you updated as to what's going on with the weather situation. We do have, again, let me just check real quick to make sure limited amounts of time here for weather there. And yes, it looks like we are, so that's good news. All right, so it is Thursday night, and Tennessee Aquarium Reef Camera. Nice to have this as a backdrop out there from tnaqua.org if you've ever liked to stop by and take a look at what the Tennessee Aquarium's webcam is looking like out there. A lot of shark traffic tonight going on through. So nice to be able to see a little bit of a view of underwater. We'll show you the outdoor forecast coming up here in just a little bit. If you've never joined us here before, again, this is Weather Overtime. This is our online video weather blog where we try to give you as much information as to what's going on in regards to the forecast. If you have questions, YouTube or Twitch, please drop them into the comments section, and we'll give you an idea as to what we're looking at, again, for this evening. Again, we're on YouTube and Twitch, so thanks for joining us out there for tonight. We did manage to pick up a decent amount of rainfall for today in some locations, not exactly flash flooding, exactly the same as yesterday's amount of rainfall, 0.12 of an inch, and 77 just above normal for the high. 63, a very mild morning with temperatures back in the lower to mid 60s as opposed to the upper 40s. Record low that hasn't been broken since 1973, and a record high of 87. 10 degrees cooler than that today. That was last set back in 2001. If you're getting the kids out to the school bus in the morning, it's going to be a very chilly start to the day as we see temperatures back into the mid to upper 60s during the afternoon, and then also the possibility, excuse me, wow, I think this first or second time I've sneezed on camera. Apologies for that, but allergies are really kicking me around these days, and I've taken about as much antihistamines and espresso as I possibly can. Looking good for tomorrow. Again, plenty of sunshine out there. Thanks to News 12 viewer Tyler Thornbury for a beautiful view from Lake Nickajack west of Chattanooga, and that at sunset. That's our Langley Roofing weather window picture of the day. If you'd like to see these pictures that everybody sends in to us, you can go to our social media pages, Facebook, X, or Instagram. You can go to our brand new section of our website, WDEF.com/photos, where you can both see whatever everybody else is showing when it comes to their pictures, and you can drop your pictures off here as well, or you can just old school style email them to us at pictures@WDEF.com. Some great submissions over the last few days and weeks, so thanks to everybody for sending those in. Forecast for tomorrow for outdoor activities, pollen notwithstanding, it is going to be a very nice day, plenty of sunshine. It is going to be decently breezy tomorrow, so that could be a bit of an issue out there, not to mention with the potential of going out for a round of golf. Gophers might not be the only thing you have to worry about with temperatures back in the mid-60s, but those wind gusts westerly at about 31 miles per hour, that will be where we see the potential of some more problems out across the area from much of the region. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 50s. Bailey's Heating and Air Camera looking back toward the area of AT&T Field, where, again, the lookouts were supposed to be playing tonight. Those winds are pretty choppy, northwest at about 14 miles per hour from the Bailey's Heating and Air Camera. Highway 27 off in the distance, and the rain has done a pretty good job of clearing off, but we're going to continue to see some fairly choppy conditions overnight where it comes to travel across much of the area, so something to consider if you're going to be outdoors. The Lookout sent out a notice from earlier on. They had to postpone the start of the game, and for good reason with the amount of rain out there. So the game has been, from tonight against the Smokies, has been postponed due to weather and field conditions. The game will be made up later this season. You can exchange the tickets for any remaining 2024 home game, etc., etc., and you can find out more at their X page at Chat Lookouts. More information about what's going on with the weather situation there. Hopefully a better evening tomorrow where we get into some nice sunshine out there, so that will be kind of nice. What we have for right now is going to be, again, our latest storm system moving on out of the picture, and as it does, it's going to be taking the winds coming in from out of the northwest. That is our drier conditions coming in through here, and that is going to be our remaining moisture heading out of the picture. So the strongest winds wrapping around this area of low pressure off to the west. High pressure doing a good job of being very much on the quiet side. So that area of high pressure, lots of it from the southern plain states all the way over into around the Pacific. That area of high pressure is coming our direction, and that is going to give us some very nice weather for the next several days. So we do not have anything showing up right now in the way of major storm systems. This system right here is going to be affecting mostly the west coast, the Intermountain West, the Cascades, northern Rockies probably, and this area of low pressure here probably giving some pretty good moisture across portions of the upper northwestern United States. But for right now, it does not appear to be a major system that's going to be plaguing the rest of the country. So we've got high pressure basically all the way out, with the exception of a couple minor storm systems. Very quiet conditions all the way across the country and into the western areas of the country, eastern Pacific. So very dry and quiet conditions for now and for the next several days. So that being said, let's go ahead and run our forecast into the rest of the evening to where we see into, well, come on now, my cursor doesn't want to work here. Okay, there. All right, fine, we'll do it the hard way. Okay, there. For tonight into tomorrow morning, going to be a bit on the chilly side, and that is where we could see, again, some brisk conditions at the bus stop, and mainly clear skies. Clear for the most part. This trough, this stretched out area of low pressure might stir up some clouds, but I don't see too much of anything huge going on with that. High pressure moves up from the Gulf of Mexico, keeps things chilly for Saturday morning, beautiful for Saturday, lower to mid 70s across much of the area. For those of you not familiar, we are around the Chattanooga area, so southeast Tennessee, western North Carolina, northwest Georgia, and northeastern Alabama. That is, again, the system that will give us some chilly conditions into around the rest of the forecast there. Early on Sunday afternoon, maybe a few clouds, but otherwise not a problem. And then early Monday morning, we will see some mild temperatures back in the mid-50s. Storm system crossing the country will give us the potential of some areas of showers. Not really looking at all that much at this time. So again, outside of a few clouds, we seem to be getting into the potential of just some mild weather and staying that way for now. Toward the end of Monday, and again, this is tax day coming up, so through the day, that stationary front slides a little bit closer to us, but I think we've got no problems at all where it comes to dealing with anything involving rainfall, at least anywhere close to us for right now, so that's good news. If you have any plans for outdoors, again, getting into some fairly quiet conditions all the way on through. Our next storm system, such as it is going to be about 7 to 10 days away. We're just not looking at too much of anything in the way of major amounts of rainfall coming on through here. Got about 10 minutes left before we have to surrender our studio to some recording going on, so we got a little bit of time happening here. Here's what it looks like on the 7-day forecast. Looking west from the Island Cove Marina and Resort camera, back this direction, we see again the clouds breaking up a little bit. Lake Chickamauga, some decent white caps out there. And again, not doing too bad all the way through tonight. But in the next few days, we'll be seeing some fairly cool conditions coming up as we get into tomorrow. Mid to upper 60s. Keep in mind that we should be in the lower to mid 70s for high temperatures, so we'll be decently below that. And it will be breezy for Friday with some of those winds out of the west. Could be making things on the north-south routes a little on the choppy side. So for the rest of the weekend, the winds calm down. Upper 70s, mid to upper 70s for Saturday, lower 80s as we get into around Sunday, and then we stay in the 80s all the way through next week. Next best chance of showers from what I can see, and not great chances at this time, Wednesday night into Thursday. If we start getting into an extended dry period, I would guess that our wildfire situation could be on the increase. We're not doing great on rainfall. We're behind, as you saw in the almanac, for the month and the year. We could use some more rainfall to kind of level that off a little bit. We got some decent soaking out there tonight, but we could use some more rain to tamp down the wildfire situation, and that's what we're going to need, especially if we don't get that much from the weekend onwards. This is where we could get the potential of maybe some wildfire alerts out there. Doesn't look like, again, anything huge. We're waiting to see. Again, we're still in that period of time where we do have the possibility of severe weather, and that's something we really need to watch at this time of the year. That, according to the Storm Prediction Center, does not look like it's happening next week. So for now, as of about a week ahead of schedule, we don't see anything in the way of severe weather heading our direction. So definitely some good news on that, but we will be watching to see what happens. We did have some decent amounts of showers out there. Those showers zoomed in on Hamilton County and Chattanooga. The trailing edge is now over toward Cleveland, east of Collegedale, and back up into around western North Carolina. So most of what we're looking at for right now is pretty much gone and heading over toward the east of us. Let's take a look a little farther out at the rest of the News 12 viewing area. We do have a few more replacement showers taking place back over around Huntsville, Decatur, up into Middle Tennessee, and that, again, might make its way a little bit closer to us. Some of this activity, if it moves on through, will probably be in the News 12 viewing area within the hour and giving us the potential of some showers right about News 12 at 11. So beyond that, I could say maybe a rumble of thunder. These don't look all that strong, but it is possible that we could be seeing at least one more round of showers, and then that is pretty much going to be it for the next several days. So the dry area you can see very well. Mid-south area back to the west, no problems at all here. Scattered showers coming on through. Plenty of activity. Let me scrooge up here just a bit. A lot in the way of tornado watches well back to our north and west. Some of those getting canceled, but there are still some tornado warnings happening back around Roanoke, Virginia, and into central Virginia. So we do still have some activity going on there that could be a concern. But most importantly, all of this is moving away from us and going up to the north and to the east. So I think we're in a good position to say that we're almost done with the chances of rainfall for tonight. So definitely some good news on that. Any plans out there for the weekend, go ahead and keep them. There should not be too much of a problem into and around the area, so hopefully it stays that way into tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon early, I'm going to be heading to Lookout Valley Elementary School. Thank you very much, Hannah Malott, school counselor, for the invitation. If you would like our weather experts to appear in your classroom, we'd love to do so, but you have to invite us. Part of the Food City Weather in the Classroom program. All you have to do to sign up and contact us is go to WDEF.com/weather and give us some information on here. You can give us what class size you have, what class level you are. A kindergarten presentation is going to be a lot different than a high school or a college presentation, so give us an idea. We're coming close to the end of the spring semester, so we're almost done with the school talks this time around, but there's summer camps coming up. There's adult meetings and dinners and things like that we could appear at. So if you'd like to invite us, please do so, but do so at WDEF.com/weather, and we'd love to be along for the ride. And of course, if there's anything out there that you would like to follow along on, please go to our social media sites. I'm on all of these. The big ones for News 12 are X, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm trying to get back on Facebook if they would ever actually take my forms of ID, which they apparently are very particular about taking stuff like that. So we'd love to be able to get back on there, but as of right now, that's not going to be happening anytime soon. We're coming up on 10 o'clock, so we got to go ahead and curtail this for this evening. So again, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and send it back to your regular programming. We'll be on with News 12 at 11. Coming up tonight, Chip Chapman will have more on your forecast bright and early tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., starting off your weekend by getting your Friday ready to go. And, of course, I'll be back with an update of weather overtime coming up tomorrow night. And, again, check out all my information on my social media pages, Facebook, when I can finally get back on there once again. In the meantime, again, check out our website, replays of weather overtime, always available at WDEF.com/weather if you'd like to check out more about that. And, again, keep it tuned to News 12 for the latest. This is the place for weather information in the News 12 viewing area. And as of right now, again, we've got some very quiet conditions out there outside of the rain showers, which are pretty much almost done. Could be some wet roadways overnight, so that could be a bit of a concern. But beyond that, maybe some patchy fog if it's not too windy, and I think otherwise some pretty quiet conditions for now. All right, we'll go ahead and throw it back to regular programming. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. This has been the Thursday night, April 11th edition of News 12's Weather Overtime video weather blog from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thanks for joining us for tonight. Any questions, again, give us an email at the bottom of the screen, aonek@wdef.com. And again, check out our websites for more information. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again coming up Thursday evening.